Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Ben from Should I Get It? And today I'm going to be unboxing, installing, and listening to the glorious sounds of the Borla S-Type exhaust for the Mini Cooper S F56. So let's get started. Alright, so I went over to my friends at Sonic Motorsports here in San Jose, California to get the stock exhaust off and put on the Borla S-Type exhaust for the F56. So inside the box you get the Borla exhaust system and you get the clamp to attach it to the mid-pipe. So first things first was a test fitment of the Borla exhaust. So we got it up on a stand right under the stock exhaust and we just want to line it up and see if it fit with the mid-pipe and double check exactly where we were going to cut it with the reciprocating saw. So once that was done, we placed the stand under the stock exhaust system, sawed off the exhaust at the end of the mid-pipe, leaving about 2.5 inches there for the clamp. And once that was done, it took quite a lot of work to get the old exhaust off of the clamp, off the hanger rather. And so that took about 20 minutes. That was the longest part of this whole process, but once it was off, I was able to put the Borla next to the stock exhaust. As you can see, the Borla setup is much smaller and it has much larger tips, so the sound goes through instead of to the left, so the sound is much louder in the Borla. And I'll get more into that in my review video, which will come out in a few weeks. And then, as you can see on the left side of the Borla is the additional metal to attach it to the stock hanger, which is on the left side of the car. So once we got the Borla attached to the hanger, we clamped it onto the mid-pipe lightly, and just to do a test fitment, make sure the Borla is aligned properly so the tips look good, and it was all set to go. So as you can see, it's a really clean looking setup. Installation was a breeze. It was just getting rid of the stock exhaust that took a while, but it looks really good. The tips don't stick out very far, so it looks fairly stock, which I like. I like the stealthy sleeper type look. I know the Mini Cooper S is not a sleeper car, but basically what I'm saying is I'm not a fan of ricey looking exhausts, and this is nowhere near that. This is very refined and good looking on the Mini Cooper S. So we got it down from the lift and started it up in mid mode. The fumes are totally normal, just so you guys know, so those went away after a few minutes of the car warming up, but here it is starting in regular mid mode. Then we put it into sport, and after you listen to these clips, you can hear it once it's warmed up.
Definitely a nice burble. I put it clips in, it should get a little louder.
So I got pretty worried that the pop of the exhaust wasn't there anymore, because that's what I really loved about the stock exhaust, the fact that it would backfire in sport mode around 4,000 RPM, but as you can hear right here, it definitely still pops. And here's what it sounded like back when the car was stock. It did pop back then too, but as you just heard, the Borla is much louder and with a deeper tone. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm having a blast with this Borla exhaust on my car right now. I will be making 2 more videos on this one, a final review in a couple of weeks, talking about several things, including the driving feel, more power, if there's any highway drone, the dirt that it shoots out onto the trunk of the car, things like that. But if you have any questions or anything you want to see in those videos, please leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.